Hello farmers and welcome back to Griffin, Indiana. You may have noticed already, winter is here, it's mid-January. Our canola, well, it's still at stage 1 for growth, so we're not going to harvest that until next year. So mid-January, as you can see, we're filling up with some wheat. We're going to go head over to Country View Milling. What was that? Yeah, Country View Milling. 408 for the wheat. So we're going to be selling our wheat today. That's a pretty darn good price. I think that's almost near max of what we had the previous season I was watching. We're also going to sell our milk today. I got another trailer load. I got like 61,000 some odd liters of milk. Going to sell that for $15.04. And then we're going to go ahead and take care of the cows today. I had to fill up with some more silage because they were going through it. I can't remember the last episode, what day we're on. We're like maybe the third day of fall or whatever. We're actually on the third day of winter now. Is that correct? Yes, we're on the third day of winter. So it's been like a full season, if you will, since last episode. So just been watching the cows, making sure the water fills up, making sure the TMR mixers, feeding them when they needed to. I did drop down to maybe 50,000 liters of silage in the TMR mixer. So I went ahead and just brought it up to around 110, but they're getting back down again. I really have not looked at the number of cows that we have. I want to say last episode we were in like the 120s. I'm going to guess maybe like 135 to 140-ish is probably where we are. So I was thinking while the days were passing by here, and I'm trying to think, okay, how am I going to approach this season? The amount of food that we're starting to go through, I'm not worried about the silage. I think we're fine in silage. The straw, I'm starting to worry about. If I add more cows, this one field I have here on the left-hand side is not suffice enough to provide the amount of straw we're going to need if I keep adding more cows and spending money instead of buying more fields. So I think at this rate, I'm going to save up some cash and be able to buy a field over here. There's our canola over here in field number 13. I mean, it's looking fine, so I'm not too worried at all about it. It is what it is. We'll harvest it early next summer if the weather is good, and we'll get the corn in the ground ASAP. That's because we're going to need some silage. So yeah, the small issue with the farm, I'm not going to say it's a big issue, it's still the money. Since we stopped doing contracts completely, we're just trying to get money coming in from the farm instead of working for other farmers. So as fast as the money's coming in, I'm kind of spending it on other things right now. Not as bad as it was in the early beginning, let's face it. Buying equipment. Now it's just a matter of trying to buy more cows. Speaking of cows, I will mention before I forget, that male cow is still surviving. He's almost up to 17. Well, I haven't checked. I checked before when I loaded up in the game. It was like, hey, he's like at 1670 or something like that. How much am I going to get for this load here? I can't do the math tonight, but $400 per 1,000. So yeah, I'm going to get like around 40,000, right? Is that correct? Am I even close to that? I have no idea. But we get what we get. The milk is going to be a nice amount of income, 60,000 liters. So I'm probably going to get like maybe $85,000 from that. So today we should get like about $250,000 into our bank account. Still a ways off and be able to forward field number 29. Like I said, that's like 800 grand. Oh wow, okay, so $49,000 almost on the nose for that load of wheat. I still have some wheat left over, but I don't think it's worth coming back here, right? How many more liters of wheat do I have? I thought I had more than 120,000, but apparently I did not. I took it all, which is rather interesting. How much on the soybean? Why is it not showing me my... Oh, I got to scroll up a little bit. There we go. I was looking at the silo. I'm like, wait, I got to have soybean. Yeah, okay. I do have 7,000 liters of wheat left. Not too much worried to come back. 53,000 liters of soybean, but that won't be until next summer. And I don't know why I'm looking for cars, because I got traffic turned off still. So some good amount of income there. Now we're going to go drop off this trailer, pick up the milking trailer, do the whole swappy thing like we did last time, sell some milk. I was not quite sure how to do this episode when it started going. I really thought the canola was going to grow a little bit more, and it did not. So I am kind of thinking maybe doing a couple contracts here and there in next season. Just to be able to forward this field here That way I can start using it next season. That'd be good at some point. And I was thinking as how am I, again, how am I going to run the series? What are we going to do? And I'm actually thinking this series probably will run past. I'm not going to end it when FS22 comes out. I don't think, because I don't think we're going to be anywhere near 2,000 cattle at that time. So I'm going to run the series past FS22 for sure. At least that's the kind of plan as of right now. I have put some more material away down here. Everything's parked in the combine. I parked that. Everything's kind of put away for the season. I still have all the fertilizer seed bags out here, though. Did not do anything with those because I said, I don't want to. I only got one Breedle spreader, so in order to load it, I got to unload the lime. So something's got to sit outside. Let's grab this Freshie Farm milk trailer. Let's be careful not to turn it too tight, or oops, because yeah, as mentioned before, it likes to clip the truck and get jackknifed a little bit. So let's go get this milk, bring on down, sell that. We're gonna go up and take care of the cows. I kind of want to buy some more cows, but like I said, I haven't checked since I started, and it was like 128 cattle, somewhere around there, and I'm thinking I probably got maybe 10 more. I have no idea, because I stopped checking to see how many we're expecting offspring and when. But seeing that we're up to 65,000 liters of milk in a matter of 6 days, that's like 10,000 liters per day they're making. And if we do happen to buy more cows, like I said, we're just going to get the Holsteins, because those cattle are they're the dairy queens. So want to go ahead and get them because they'll produce more milk, which means for us more money. Money. But they're all looking kind of happy out there. It did snow. We actually had snow on the ground for like the first and second day of winter, which did seem kind of odd. But I will say it was not enough snow to. It doesn't get as high as the grass does. So yeah, there was snow on the ground. Actually, there might be, while this is feeling. How are we doing here? Like I said, so the hay we're doing more than fine on. The straw we're still doing fine on. And of course the silage, I just filled up a couple days ago and we're down quite a bit. Actually, you can kind of see some snowy spots still here on the ground. So it didn't quite all melt. The ground's right at freezing, but it has not killed the weeds off. And all that snow melt has made the water table rise on the map. So I get a little water here. I'm thinking maybe what I'm going to do is when I level out the land by the bunkers, I'm going to come right on out here and raise it a little bit, which will cut into our grass field somewhat, but that's more than fine for now. Yeah, we got to level this out. I have gone through, like I said, some silage. We're going to clear out this bunker probably before next silage harvest. We'll be down. I still got 250,000 liters. It doesn't look like a lot. The bunkers must hold quite a bit. Now let's come over to here. Is this almost empty? Should take it all. All right, we're ready to roll. I got to do some more landscaping around here to make it look appropriate for when we come out of here. I've just been driving on grass and whatnot. Don't think I'd want to drive to that mucky water right there. Probably get stuck with a truck and 62,000 liters of milk in the back. I was a little concerned when it did snow because all the roads do get snow covered. Not up here for some reason. It's like the roads up here have a snow mask on it, but the roads down by the village do not, which is kind of odd. And I was just kind of worried about driving around in the village area to go deliver the grain and the milk. But we're more than fine. So yeah, start building up some more capital in our farm, and hopefully, like I said, in the springtime, I may do some fertilizing contracts to build some cash to buy another field, just so we can get some cereal crop planted in there and get some more extra straw. And it's not just the straw, we'll also get more grain when we harvest. So when we go to sell it in the winter, more grain to sell, which means more money. And by that time, maybe we'll have enough cattle to where they're producing enough offspring to where I don't have to buy anymore. I'd rather not try to have to buy more cattle, but if we do, we do. Just to get it up there. No one playing ball today. 29 degrees out. Don't think they want to be playing ball. Yeah, where I lived when I did play ball back in high school, man, it was kind of rough in the springtime. We did play in temperatures when it's like this and the ground was, still frozen. My coach yelled at me one day because I did not dive for a ball, and I was like, yeah, the ground's frozen. I ain't diving for nothing on the dirt. Are you crazy? No thanks. So that was a good amount of income, and yes, we did hit $250,000 in the bank account. So I think even the fields, if I'm trying to avoid going over there, even though I got that bridge I put in, the fields over there I think go for right around 400 grand. So even the fields over there are a little bit too expensive for me right now. I'm not even going to bother checking contracts. So I mean, maybe do some contracts for the winter. Yeah, the only thing that's going to be out there, I'm pretty sure, might be still some baling contracts, which is kind of weird. But I guess you could cut the grass. Peanut, what are you doing here? You're bringing the wrong trailer back to the farm. You're supposed to drop this off and get the grain trailer and bring it back up here and park it up here and leave the milking trailer down there. So turn around, go back and get that, and we'll bring another grain trailer back, and then we'll hop into the Ford, clean out the cows, and top them off with some more silage. The only small downside of this trailer that I have here is it has no cover for it. And unfortunately, this silo here doesn't appear to be seasons ready. So when it snows, I can get snow in the trailer. So that's a little bit of a downside to it. But since I'm not going to be hauling any more grain at all this winter, we are fine. And it worked out well for us because the snow melted overnight. Yeah, I can still see still tiny little glitches of snow here and there. But as I've seen through the seasons, I think this is our third or fourth season, going into our third winter. Yeah, it just doesn't snow as much here as you would have thought. At least I would have thought. The manure is piling up. But let's jump into the Ford and give the cows a good clean out. Did I check on... I think I gave them water this morning. Let's just make sure they're topped up. Yeah, they're not accepting no water. I probably should check on the straw. I've been bringing up 2 bales at a time now. It looks like it's taken the new bale instead of the older bale that was here. They probably will need some before the end of the day. I may take care of that afterwards. So all the milk is sold. Let's go ahead and clean out the bunker because it is filthy here. I'd like to know how cleaning out the silage makes their health a little bit better because it's not really in their way. So I should also mention when I put all the equipment away, I did not repair anything. I'll try to do it in the springtime. So he says, I think I say that every time. It's like, I'll fix it in the spring. Then spring comes like, yeah, I won't fix it. I'll fix it in the fall. Then fall, yeah. I'll fix it when it needs it, probably, is what it comes down to. And I wonder how long it'll be before I get a belt over here that will auto-load into a trailer, and then I'll bring over like a full load of 120,000 liters. At that point, I will have to buy another trailer because the trailer that we got, which is a side-tipping trailer, won't work too well over here. The trailer I probably would buy would be the one that we used when we did the chaff. Because that does hold, that's a modern one, I can make it hold 90,000 liters. So I'll come over here and I can tip it out the back. Now I'll fill it up quite a bit. I'm not going to get all crazy and do a belt system from the silo bunker. I could just run a belt all the way over to the mixer itself, and it would just automatically keep it fed constantly. I've seen that done before. It can get kind of crazy doing it that way, but it works. There, just by topping this off here, this will get me through spring. Not through spring, I should say. Probably midway through spring, or early spring, maybe? Yeah, I can say it get me through midway through spring. But of course, with each passing day, we are getting more cows. We got to check that here in a minute. Like I said, when I started before I started recording tonight and started getting some work done. It was like 128 cattle, and I'm going to guess 135. Because that would be, you know, if we get 10 cattle since I started recording in 6 days, that's more than 1 cow per day. And who knows, I might be surprised when we check the numbers. Alright, how are we doing there? 115, that's good. It maxes at 120, so no sense of getting another bucket. Let's go ahead and park this in here. I mean, I am curious. I know I said about the contracts. Let's go in here. Transport fertilizing contract in field number 4. All right. And then the rest is a lot of fertilizing contracts. Maybe I might be doing fertilizing contracts today. I can dump that lime out, fill up that fertilizer that's down by the other shed, and do some fertilizing contracts, get a whole bunch of cash. How much is that field? Field number 29. I think it's 800,000 exactly. How much is field? That's 712,000 for 32 acres. That's 800,000 for 30 acres. So I get more acres for cheaper. I mean, that's almost like $90,000 cheaper for field number 17. I wouldn't be able to merge the fields, but who cares? I'm already working this general area anyways, and I could always merge 16 and 17 and make a big field out of it. So, I mean, I'm not going to get enough cash from doing the fertilizing contracts I just saw, but, yeah, I may do some fertilizing contracts in between episodes. It'll get done today in this in-game day, because if I go any further, yeah, they may not be there. But as you can saw on the contracts, yeah, there's a couple contracts, 42,000, 12,000, 23,000. I could probably get a couple $100,000 out of it, which is a good start. A very good start. Is there anything planted in there currently? Yes, right now, actually, there is barley growing in that field. Very, very interesting. So I would just need another $500,000. I'm not going to take out a loan. Not going to do that. But definitely go ahead and do that. Like I said, these fields over here are probably like the most convenient and cheapest, but they're going to go for like 400 grand. 390, 321. But everything I bring over, I did put a bridge in like right here, because going through the bridge on the road, my equipment will not go through that bridge. The bridge is not wide enough. Field 17 is a good candidate. I kind of like that, pretty much. While we're here, let's go ahead and check on how many cows do you think we have? I've been guessing like 135 to 140. 148, so I like that quite a bit. I haven't got a message that any cattle have died. And the one thing I've been told that, you know, he's going to die eventually. He's actually up to 1,726 pounds. He's 2.5 years old. We do have cows in here that are 5.5 years old. I don't know what the age limit is of a cow. I really don't. And when I checked on seasons, the seasons mod, it doesn't really say what the life expectancy is of the cat. At least I haven't found it. So, but I haven't looked now in a couple months either. I think it's when seasons first came out, and I was running like, well, how long do cows live in seasons? And it doesn't say. So the only time I've had animals die on me in seasons on Farming Simulator is, yeah, when they run out of food and or water, which is never a good thing. So yeah, we are on the 3rd day of winter, so nothing really due the rest of winter. Like I said, I may get some contracts done. I shouldn't say it. I may get some contracts done. I'm going to get some contracts done because I want to expand the farm. We're definitely going to need to. I'm not going to buy any cattle currently because I was not expecting to be almost up to 150 cows already. I was expecting to be, you know, I got 10 more than I thought I would have. And we're going through the straw pretty quick, and I'm not going to get any straw now until middle of summer. So I don't want to go ahead and say, let's say I just go buy like 20 cows, and it's like, okay, that's not a month, that's not a lot. How do I know in 3 more days that these cattle won't reproduce and give me like 30 cattle all of a sudden, and it's like, oh, okay, that's a little bit more than I wanted to. And since I kind of made it in my mind, like, yeah, this series will probably run past when Farming Simulator 22 comes out. Yeah, I'm not in much of a rush to try to get the 2,000 cows in there right away. So I think we need to get more financially stable for the farm and make sure we have enough supply in the farm. Like I said, the hay, not an issue still. The straw, yeah, I still got a good amount of straw. I just, I'm going through like a bale of straw like every day and a half just for bedding. So that's going to go through pretty quick. And let's see, how many more days till summer? Like 12 and plus 3 more days. I got 15 more days before we have harvest on our crops. So yeah, just got to be a little bit careful on the straw. I'd rather not buy any if I can help it. But yeah, winter's here. It's going to come and go. But hopefully at the beginning of next episode, it'll be springtime. We'll be planting in field number... Is that field number 31? It's actually field number 30. Do I need to do precision farming? Nope. Still not in the black anywhere. So, yeah. Outdated data. We don't have that yet. So, I thought it's been 4 harvests since I've done field number 30, but maybe it's not as many. Maybe it's not the many harvests that you do when you play seasons. Maybe it's how many years it is. I'm not too sure, but we're not getting any outdated data yet. So everything is fine on there. Yeah, so I think instead of buying field number 29, because with field number 29, yeah, we don't get as many acres as we do with 17. It's more expensive. A lot of field 29 as well is forest. Forest Gump. Yeah, if we go to lands... Yeah, you can see a lot of this up here is we're going to get forest. As for field number 17, it's mostly field. So that's I do like that. Do like that quite a bit. And eventually I can probably merge these two if we get the cash. And we will at some point. But winter's here. We made, what, about $130,000 today selling some wheat and some more milk. The cattle are up to almost 150, so that's good. And by the time spring comes here, we should be over 150. And we topped off the cattle, so I should be able to fast forward for a couple days. After I take out the Vulture, maybe I'll take the Vulture out. No, the Deutzfahr is already down at the other barn with a spreader, so I'll probably just take that out and do some fertilizing contracts. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Griffin, Indiana. But until then, have a good one.